It doesn't pay to be an all the time. Sometimes you can get a lot further in the situation if you just practice a little patience and understanding. Now, there are some people it's very hard to deal with because it's obvious they're not trying to get an understanding or resolve the situation in a peaceful manner. They just want to be right by any means. And you can't deal with a person that want to be right, even if they're wrong. So you just have to practice discernment when it comes to dealing with people. But I always feel like we have to be a very understanding because there's times where you don't know what the other person is dealing with at that moment. And you come along, and I'm not giving an excuse, but sometimes people can be frustrated. Maybe they just got dealing with a rude person themselves. Maybe their job is stressing them out. And we have to be real careful when we talk and handle people because you don't know what they could be going through and you don't know how far you can get just by being humble, being empathetic, and being understanding. Like, I'm going to give you an example. I went to go take my vehicle to get the oil changed, right? And somehow they stripped the, I'm not a mechanic, but the screw that you unscrew to let the oil drip out of the oil pan, and they stripped it. And at first, the person was like, "Hey, they was one of the employees was trying to make it seem as though they didn't do it," and I'm getting kind of frustrated. But the manager was telling me just be patient. Just told me trying to resolve the situation and can just be a little patient. Now, some people will be very irate, start cussing folks out, and even if you feel justified in your anger, sometimes get an understanding first and let the person get a person a chance to see if they're gonna resolve it or they gonna do better or they gonna have a change of heart. You show somebody some love and some empathy and understanding, sometimes that can break through and touch somebody. And the manager ended up telling me that since this is our mistake, we gonna pay for you to go to another shop and get it fixed. And that's what I did. And when I came back, they changed my oil and I go back to them. But just to prove a point, sometimes it don't pay. Because you got to think, there are individuals who they don't care about whether or not it inconveniences you or not, whether or not uh, you can be dealing with a situation where maybe you're on a bus or you're in a place and it's a line and everybody's being inconvenienced at the time, but you feel entitled, feeling though you're special, and you want to cuss folks out and you want to make the situation worse. Now everybody got to wait longer to deal with their stuff because you want to be an ass. So I'm just telling you, sometimes just chill out and watch how the situation may go better than what you thought it was just by you calming down and don't jump to conclusions